inspiring a new generation of volunteers through a community-based native plant nursery. Our second to last group to present for today is the Kakano Aotearoa Trust from the Queenstown Lakes District.
Kia ora katoa, or as they say where I come from, Kamaraha Valek. Yes, I am Scottish. I'd like to take this opportunity to apologise for broom, gorse, rabbits, thistles, and I'd also like to thank you for organising the pipes. That was really good. Thanks very much. I presume that was for me. I'm here representing the Queenstown Lakes District Council. I'm a councillor, recently appointed. Just a couple of thank yous. I'd like to say thank you to Invercargill and Southland for turning on such sensational weather, the oysters and the Marai visit. It was fantastic. I'd like to thank Trustpower for the opportunity of being here, to the big guys for writing the cheques, and to the maybe not so big guys for herding us around and doing a marvellous job. I'd like to also recognise the fellow representatives and volunteers. I actually think today that there will be no losers. I think we're all winners, and I think I personally am honoured to be in your company. It's been a fantastic experience. As a relatively new politician, you found out fairly quickly that no matter what you say, somebody has already said it better and more succinctly. And a wise man once said, it was a Greek, who once said, "He who plants a tree in the shade of which he will never sit has discovered the true meaning of life." And with that, I'll hand you over to Andrew Pennicott.
Thanks, Callum. Oh, it works. Good. Wasn't sure. Kia ora and hello. So I'm the manager of the Te Kakano Aotearoa Native Plant Nursery at Wanaka. Jill and John Blennerhassett very kindly gave us some land on the corner of their farm. We're only about 100 metres up from the lakeshore, and we also had a really great start. We got a significant grant from the Sargood bequest, which actually let us build the nursery and get going. So we had an opening November 2008, so we're nearly 6 years old, and you can see the nursery there is mainly full of people, and I'll just show you a little video. Here we go. So we've got 57 species. They're all locally sourced seed, that's eco-sourcing, and of course that means you get the best local stock, and you're preserving local biodiversity. All our materials, the pots are all recycled, and we get them from Wanaka Waste Busters. And our potting mix comes from green waste in Wanaka. And our volunteers learn all sorts of things. They learn how to weed, how to prick out plants and potting on, so they're learning skills. We like to look after our volunteers. Yep, we do. Well, they don't always get muffins. That was Mary's birthday, but they always get a really good view. A good, clean, modern facility. And so now I'll tell you just a little bit about some of our volunteers, because they're really top people. So here's Bill. He's been helping us for actually all of the 6 years. He had a bad accident a couple of years ago, so he's still recuperating, and he claims that the nursery's kept him sane. And over in the far right there, we have Jeff, or commonly known as Wilbur actually, but he's in a wheelchair, and last year they had a new house built, and a whole group of us from the nursery went along and planted his garden with a lot of trees from the nursery. There's young Freddie. He's a keen helper. He's actually a great-grandson of Sir Percy Sargood, whose vision, setting up the Sargood bequest, actually helped us get started. There's Jill, whose land we squat upon, and Nasuko from Japan. She's been helping us for well over a year. We've had people from 18 different nationalities, because being in Wanaka we get quite a few tourists coming through. Some of my family there, they're compulsory volunteers. And our dog, he keeps the rabbits under control. And the volunteers, they range from the regulars who come virtually every week, to some people who are just tourists and they hear about it and come along and they're only there for 2 days. And we had one woman who was only in town for 10 days and she came along to 3 sessions. So it's really, I always say you meet just the best people at the nursery and through volunteers. It's just really humbling. We've also got some planting projects. This is our first one, Waterfall Creek. That was a group of students from Mennonite University in Massachusetts. We get quite a few overseas students at times. And we always make sure everyone has a jolly good morning tea. So some before and after. This is the 4 years difference. That's what we're very proud of. This is our first planting, very proud of it. But we've also got a series of plantings along the foreshore, about 7 or 8. And we have plantings every 2 weeks right through winter. You can see the kids and dogs in the background there. They're always part of the scene. That's Marley. She was one of our youngest ones. And they range up to Gwenda, who's 89. And she loves coming along. We have good morning teas. Glendew Bay is another big planting we've been doing for 3 years now. Here you can see Stu, our current president, stopping that spade from falling over. And there we have Mark Orbell, who sponsored this planting. It's different people and different businesses. Mark's Ridgeline Adventures Tours. And his son Harris, who's most definitely our noisiest volunteer. Lake Wanaka Outlet, the source of the Clutha River, is another one of our projects of great significance to us, being the source. Here we have Callum Urquhart, who sponsored this planting, and Bill there, working hard. And there we have Nick. Nick Mills was one of our founders. He was one of the really wonderful group of people who had the vision in the first place to set up the Te Kakano Aotearoa Trust. And their idea was to replant around the lakeshore, because we have lost a lot over the centuries from fires and farming, and to bring back the birdsong to Wanaka. And that's his son Toby and various nieces and nephews. And over there we have Lisa, who was our very first Australian. We love having families. We get a lot of young families coming along, and of course they're all learning about planting and adopting plants. And we always have a good morning tea. That day I think we had our record number of dogs. We had another part of our mission is education. We've got Wanaka Primary School, Otago and Biro schools. They come along and help out with some planting sometimes and learn about plants at the nursery. We have Te Kahu Youth Group who have done several plantings. Mount Aspiring College, each year we get students from students in the community. They come and chop out weeds, water and do plantings, and they all seem to have a jolly good time. It's really great very rewarding to see all these volunteers enjoying things. So we've got a little video, a very short video here, just a few tips of how to get the best out of your volunteers.
Okay, come on, back to work. We've got some planning to do. All right, come on. Back to work. That's enough. Okay. Right, we're coming. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. Quick. Water those plants. That's our story. Well done. Thank you. Keep at it.
So those drums, we've got about 10 of them along the foreshore for people, just casual walkers and passers-by, to help, and they water the plants, so the whole community gets involved. And yeah, thank you very much. Callum's just going to tell us one more.
One last little thing. If from little things, big things grow, and if anyone's interested in doing exactly the same, there is a resource that Te Kakano have produced called The Seed. It's available online, and it breaks a Scotsman's heart to say it's free, and it's for any other group that wants to set up the same. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.